Hello and welcome to the Quiet Miles Voices in Motion. This is a series celebrating everyday endurance athletes whose stories often go unheard. These are honest, relaxed conversations about movement, life, joy, obstacles, and showing up. Not perfect journeys, but real ones. So, this space is about connection, shared journey, and honoring the many ways endurance shows up in all of our lives. I'm Trina Dawkins, and let me introduce you to today's guest, Caroline. So Caroline is an ultra runner and a qualified yoga teacher. We met actually through Camino Ultra a few years ago. And in that time, I know you have completed many amazing adventures, which includes the Vietnam Trail Marathon. You've done lots of Centurion events. You've done Camino Ultra events, of course. And you've done loads of road marathons as well. So you've done Rome Marathon, Berlin, London, and a few trails marathons, ultra marathons in terms of like South Down ways as well. Not to add lots of other amazing things that you did in December 2025, but we'll come on to that as well. All of this while you're also studying and working full time. So, hi, Caroline, and thank you so much for joining me. How are you?
Hello, Trina. Thank you for a very nice introduction. Oh, I love it so much. I'm very good. I'm very good. Thank you. And you?
Oh, thank you. Thank you for taking the time out and joining me too. Like I was saying, we met a few years ago through Camino Ultra. And at that point, I think I was still quite new to trails and ultra marathons, but you had already completed a few amazing ultras before that. What brought you to the running world? What got you running?
Oh, yeah. I remember that time when I met you. We were just trying the new shoes from North Face in
Yeah.
the mud.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was funny, actually. It was not our shoes, so we couldn't dirty them.
Yeah.
So what bring me to running? Actually, it's my colleagues. When I moved to the UK in 2017, she's French, and she pushed me to do my first 5K. I never knew that actually running race would exist.
Mhm.
And she pushed me to do like the first 5K of my life in Richmond. And I didn't know what was Richmond. I just moved to the UK. But the first time I saw deers in the park, I was like, what the hell is that city? With the airline, with airplane going above. So, okay, cool. Fair enough. And this is actually what make me you get you into really running and getting other medals. But that was just one race for the year in 2017. And then I started to do the 10K. I did a 10K at this time in 2018.
Mhm.
I don't know if you remember, it was actually like a series of four 10Ks around London. So you have the
Yeah.
Fulham,
Mhm.
Shoreditch, the one when you do an hour just around London. So I did, I still remember, I still have the t-shirt. It was actually the
Yeah.
Fulham one. Um, and I
Was
feel
this
like
the
it was,
city runs?
sorry?
Was this the city runs, the Adidas city runs?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, with the huge medal. Uh,
Yeah.
and I feel like actually it was really cool just to actually run around the city and just to see everything and just to
Mhm.
smile and at the same time it was actually like 2018 was the World Cup of football and I was like, oh, that's so cool. I see some French players around. So yeah, there and then I think and now I know after that like 2019 I've decided to sign up to a half marathon,
Mm.
but I couldn't do it because I have appendicitis. And I was trying to hide myself that nothing was wrong.
Mm.
But obviously, when you can't put your feet in your shoes, there's something wrong.
100%. And you need your shoes to run.
Just to walk.
Yeah.
So I was doing all these
Yeah.
how you call that HIIT training on a Saturday. I was literally going all the way to Pinner
Wow.
just to do strength HIIT in the middle of actually a field surrounded by horse pools. I would just do what?
Trail runner's favorite.
Yeah, I was actually not trail running yet. It
Mm.
was just I didn't know what was trail running
Mhm.
because before moving to the UK, I was just running around
Yeah.
the place. So where I live near Paris, there's a big forest and a lot of race happening there.
Mm.
And the only thing I've done as a race was just a mountain bike.
Okay.
It was ridiculous. I tend to do some ridiculous stuff.
It's like when
And
you
the
reflect
worst,
now.
sorry,
It's like when you think back now, you think to yourself, what was I doing then?
ridiculous. And the worst things you're going to find like funny, I was actually smoking.
Mm.
So I was actually running, going for like smoking before running,
Yeah.
and then after that, smoking again. And I was, I'm glad I stopped actually almost 10
I'm
years.
glad. Yeah, I was just about to say that. I'm assuming that you've probably stopped smoking now.
Yeah, actually, like I so my real story of actually in running was actually in Australia, but it was just running around like the pool, like where you have the outdoor park. But
Hmm.
that story was just because my boyfriend at this time told me like you can't do that, and I say don't challenge me, I'm gonna do it. So running at 4 a.m. because it was too hot, but yeah, and then I just stopped. It was just
Hmm.
like
So
ridiculous.
what brought you to trail running? How did you get into trail running? Of course, your first 5K was in Richmond Park, and that's kind of literally like the best
Mm,
place to run trails. But how did you venture into actually running on
mm.
trails?
Actually, I didn't know that I was doing trail running already
Mm.
because I mean, I like going in the field, I like going into the forest, and I was doing, I was running with these actually road shoes, like in the mud,
Mm.
etc. So, and as I say, behind my place, you have a big forest where you have
Yeah.
some races happening over there, and um, I realized that actually got me into trail running. So actually, I was following. I was following this guy called Julien, like
Yes.
see it run it,
Mm.
and he actually started to do. He wanted to do in 2019 or 2020 his challenge to do a marathon every month.
Mm.
And
Wow.
for me, my head was like, "What is the marathon?" And and I saw him actually doing trail stuff, and
Mm.
this is actually how I knew trail running, and then
Mm.
another Camino actually as well. This is how I discovered Camino and all the world of trail running and the shoes and the clothes, the language.
All the money we have to spend.
Yeah, yeah, all of that. And actually it was like an amazing adventure. So and then obviously COVID happened.
Mm.
And I told myself, okay, there's no one in the street, so maybe it's the time to discover a bit more than just my area and
Mm.
the London 10K race, you know. Um, and I start actually like following some people on Facebook on the UK Trail something
Okay.
group
Yes.
as well. And I look at for women as well, and they were actually showing some places around where I work. So I work
Mm.
in Uxbridge, and even that, I didn't know I was doing trail running when I was just running with my colleagues behind.
Yeah.
So, and I just actually went to discover the area, saw the animals, uh, going to the pub at the end. So it was just like, this is actually what just get me into the trails. And then I
Yeah.
met that running group called Run the Wild.
Yes. I know that
Yeah,
with Simon
yeah, true.
Hilton. Yeah.
And my f first kind official trail, I would say, was actually in the night. Of course, I didn't do that during the day. I'm like, I have to put like last minute stuff like head torch, etc.
Mm.
And that was so amazing, just like the feeling of being able to see the stars.
Yeah.
And in London, you don't get to see that. And I was so happy, just the feeling to be outside. Okay, it was cold, but people were so nice. It's really different from actually road running.
Hmm.
You're going on your own pace. Uh, and that moment, I think because it was COVID, you have like this moment where everyone was just happy to be together.
Yeah.
And compared to now where you have more people going outside and you just want to get rid of people around you.
Give me space. Give me
Yeah,
space.
yeah, it's different. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no, amazing. So how did you get to running an ultra and what was your first ultra?
Ooh. Fun and not fun story. So I met Camino Ultra via the challenge between with Julien and Anna. They were
Hmm.
doing the dusk to dawn, I think,
Yes.
run.
I've heard of that.
Uh, and it was only the two of them. And this is actually how I met Anna online.
Hmm.
And then And then Camino actually started to restart the race in 2021, I think. I think it was 2021 when there was actually a window open when we were allowed to go outside.
Mhm.
And at the same year, my father died in March.
Sorry to hear that.
And my father died in Vietnam, and I was here, obviously in the UK.
Mhm.
My family is in France, and that moment we couldn't go anywhere. And my mind just started to. I was in such a pain that I said, okay, I need to do something just to challenge myself. I
Mm.
think obviously I was not thinking clearly. Um, but yeah, he died, and I started actually doing all the right, I mean, training, etc. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I can do it. And at this time, I signed up. I never run more than 20K.
And
I
you
never
signed up
did a
for an ultra.
marathon as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just signed up, bang, directly for 50K, and it was actually the best 50K I ever done because kind of went fast. I mean, I would say fast for now.
Mm.
And I still remember at the start line, I was so in panic. But like, what am I doing here? And the day before, I saw David and David and
Mm.
Darren,
Yeah.
and they were actually outside, like with with the shorts and running shoes. And I was actually looking for my the area, the hotel where to go.
Mm.
And obviously I couldn't see anything and I didn't want to talk to people. And I saw like 4 feet, just in front of me. And I was like, why are they staying in front of me?
Why are you so close?
And out of my head, I said, oh, this is David. And obviously they recognized me and it
Mm.
was pouring rain and funny story is actually my colleagues. She recognized me on the name and she emailed me, said, I'm staying here so we can meet. I
Wow.
never, it's weird. Like I didn't know, like someone at work recognized my name in
Mm.
the start list, and this is how it went. And at the same day, it was the Euro Cup, so my aim was actually to arrive to watch the game, France against someone.
How did that race go? How was it?
Oh, it was great. I think it was really great because I knew I did the recce, I knew where to go to the toilet.
Good.
And I knew I had to go to Sainsbury for that. Um, um, uh, it was great. Like I met people on the way who actually asking me what I was doing,
Mm.
um, and just talking to people and just being in the nature. And just the fact that you're running is from far, you actually see you arriving in London.
Mm.
That was actually very nice. And getting ready after that, my day was so long. But yeah, because after that I went to the pub just to watch the game. But yeah.
After
Um,
what got you through? Because obviously the furthest you'd run was 20K. It
mm.
was another 30K on top of that. I'm assuming some parts of it got really difficult and you started questioning yourself, like, why am I here? What got you through that?
I think I have my friends actually. My friend Olivia knows that I'm doing all this crazy stuff. And it's funny because she tends to be like one of the first one who kind of follow me when I'm doing a race somewhere, whether in the UK and in the world. Um, And at some point, I was like, oh, what am I doing here? Like each race you're doing, you're just like, oh, what am I doing here? You're tired, all of that. And not the fun fact, but that race, that 50K, you have 3 or 4 aid station.
Hmm.
I ignored the 2 first aid station
On purpose or by accident?
because I just wanted to go, I wanted to watch that
Just
game.
wanted
So
to
I just went
finish.
through. And they saw me and said, hey, I was like, yeah, see you later, see you later. And the last
Beautiful.
edition, I got like a can of lemonade and I drinking
Mm.
and down it like so fast. But my friend, actually, Olivia, and actually stopping at the last aid station really helped me.
Good.
Yeah, because I was kind of alone on the race. I didn't see much people. I think because it was COVID, so we didn't have much people
Uh,
actually on the way.
sure, sure.
So yeah.
Uh, and I was thinking, because obviously I've been through it myself, thinking, obviously, you grieving the loss of your dad. Has running helped you through that, even up
It,
to now?
it helped, but it didn't help.
Mhm.
Uh, it helped actually to put the pain away. But grieving is actually a process.
Mhm.
Like when you're grieving for someone or even for something, it's a process. You have to
Yeah.
accept. And at the only time, I would say, the only time it kicked that I realized my father was not here anymore was actually at Rome Marathon
Mm.
in 2023. So
Mhm.
like 2 years later,
Mhm.
uh, because I was doing this 50K and I keep doing like sign up for marathon, doing a half marathon. Like I couldn't stop like for
Mm.
many years. And at some point, actually, I started to do therapy because I have a nervous breakdown at work. And that therapist, the NHS therapist, actually like tried to go inside to ask me why are you running away for something?
Mm.
And I thought actually accepting that the fact that my father died, but actually
Mm.
no, because I ended up in Rome Marathon
Mm.
crying for 3 hours on the phone. And I remember messaging or calling um, Davey, like we have a group like with the coaching. I was
Yeah.
coached by Camino Ultra.
Mhm.
Um, I think it was Steph. Yeah, Steph was my coach, and you have Paula as well in the
Mhm.
group, and David. And I was actually texting and crying at the same time. I was
Was
like,
this
what
while you were running or before the race?
in the middle of the race,
Yeah.
like I don't know why, suddenly just
Mm.
all the emotion came.
Yeah.
And as I was saying, and you say like I was studying at the same time and doing my bachelor degree, and that was actually the day before I was just submit my when my business project was actually one of the last big exams that I
Mhm.
had to do, and so where people were just visiting Rome, but I was just actually like in the hotel just doing my uni stuff.
Mm.
So that was done. Then the next day was race, and then I just cried, I just couldn't stop, and even people thought like, is it your first marathon? I was like, no, no, it was not.
Oh.
Yeah, that was actually like at the point where I was like, oh, um, I need to slow down.
Mm.
Um, and after that, um, the reverse effect actually came after that. It was just, I think like a lot of psychological factors came around. So I think my mind was trying to push away all that pain.
Yeah.
Because obviously that pain, when you push your pain away, you actually something coming around. So I have like ankle sprain again, inflammation all around the body, and long COVID happened as well. So
Mm.
yeah, it was a lot of things happened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, definitely. Because grief, being through it myself, it's a process, isn't it? Because there is the bit where you are emotional, where you are just crying all the time. Then you have that stage where you're just angry for that loss as well, isn't it? But like you said, it's a process and it's just about going through it
Mm.
all the time. And if you can and accept it and do it in terms of using therapy to kind of manage it as well. Um,
yeah. I think actually I learned through therapy because I come from an Asian family and we're not actually super open about it, like emotions,
mhm,
etc. So you know, I never seen my parents crying.
mm,
Even like crying was actually something wrong.
mm,
So, like being shy, trying to keep up the, face up.
yeah.
You have to be strong.
Mhm,
That's actually cultural, but also like education from the
yeah,
parents. So,
definitely.
um, I would say thanks to that, maybe I learned actually how to live,
Mm,
how to be more gentle. It's a learning process, but
definitely.
just like I'm not a superhuman. I have to
Mhm.
know that.
No, definitely. No, I resonate with that completely in terms of kind of like being open about your emotions. And it's like, it's actually okay to cry. And it's like, cry, park it, and get on with it. So it's just
Yeah,
kind of like, but it's one of those things that you learn as you get older, isn't it? And because you don't see it when you're younger, you think that's normal,
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah,
So
definitely.
Yeah. No,
Um,
thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that. Obviously, I've been snooping through your
mm.
Instagram and I've
Oh,
seen that you've done lots. So you're probably thinking, what have I shared on Instagram? Yeah.
a
All good.
lot.
Yeah. All good. So of course you've done lots of amazing races and there you talked about your injuries as well in terms of like your ankle sprain, like multiple ankle sprains and stuff like that. And of course, you've had a race where it didn't go to plan, where you didn't get to finish it. How do you process that? And how does that feel in that moment?
I would say actually the two race I couldn't finish, especially the last one was the Centurion 50 miler.
Mm,
I tried to do it twice, but the second time I didn't finish it for health reason. Okay, maybe a month before,
mm.
I did have a surgery in the cervix to remove precancer cells. Like and I was like, okay, they say you don't run for 2 weeks. I don't run for 2 weeks. Of course not. When you read like as a proper runner, you read 2 weeks, you consider I can do 1 week.
Honestly.
And say don't do hard exercise. Okay.
Or
Okay.
how long? Yeah.
Um, I think I just pretend I didn't understand English at this time. So, so, so I actually went to the race, um, and I remember in the middle of nowhere, just before arriving at the checkpoint 3 or 4. Because it went well actually. I had a good pace.
Mm,
I was surrounded by such a great people around me. I think it was Louise. Louise, yeah, she was cool. And after that, no energy.
mm.
In the middle of the thing, no energy. It was like so painful just to put one foot, in front of the other. And I have one choice here. Either go back and running back 15K. Or I go to the next checkpoint, which is here 15K. Um, so I just push myself as much as I can with the big pain in my tummy.
Mm.
Um, and I arrived and I just cried and I cried. Because I think it was just like the fatigue,
Yeah.
like the pain, etc. So I think, and yeah, I remember like even Alice, Alice Light. I
Yeah.
had on message as well or something like that, and I was telling her like I'm such a pain and also the Camino's guy. Um, and Alice actually like say, "Come on, let's go. You're gonna arrive, at the end. So just remember that, etc." She actually encouraged me on the way, and I think thanks to them, I took the DNF
Hmm.
nicer than the first one I did.
Yeah.
Another Centurion I didn't finish, but because like I was surrounded by such a great people around me,
Mhm.
telling me it's okay to DNF.
Right.
So I was like, and I took it was, oh yeah, I did half of it. I was just happy to do
And
half of
half of it was still a long
it.
way.
And it was so hard.
Yeah.
I managed to go like up that hill up to the
Mm.
middle, with the sweeping guy behind. I was like, he was waiting for me to go up the hill. So I'm sorry, I'm trying to go.
Yeah.
And after that, I mean, it was weird because I have like really a moment with no energy, and
Mm.
again all the energy back
Mm.
after that hill. I don't know how, but it was like just bouncing back. But when I arrived, obviously it was late, but just having like the Centurion people around me was actually really good. Trail running world is actually like a very nice area for mental health.
Mm.
Yeah.
Very supportive
Mm.
group of
Yeah,
people,
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. And I think um, because everyone, I mean, at least one person have been through a DNF or even DNS,
Hmm.
um, they're very gentle and they learn as well through the process. Of course, you meet people who are actually like very hard, like, oh, you have to go, blah, blah. But there are some people who actually cares a lot and
Hmm.
they have this caring process in them, and it's very nice to be surrounded by them. And you want to have these people around you.
Yes.
Um, yeah.
That's what keeps you going. Oh, amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that. And a DNF can happen to anybody. You can be as much prepared as you can, and anything can happen on race day. And I always say health comes first. You can always
Definitely.
go back to another race because those races and events will still be there, but
Hmm.
it's always about listening to your body, um,
Yeah,
and doing what's
definitely.
best.
And when I talk to my friends around or people who want to start new running, like I'm telling them, like just remember, you need to enjoy it
Hmm.
because otherwise, when something wrong gonna happen, you're gonna take it very badly.
Yeah. No, right. Exactly. Um, Thank you so much for sharing that. I know you do a lot of running, and also you qualified as a yoga teacher. What took you into the yoga world? Why?
Oh, actually, I was doing yoga for since 2018, and I kept going to yoga. I was doing really, really a lot of yoga. And then with my father um, passing away, I did more yoga, and I realized that actually yoga helped me just to stay calm, like to stay still.
Yeah.
And each time we were doing shavasana, I was crying in class. Um, and actually, that really helped me, and I realized that okay, I have such a great teachers that I want to do the same.
Mm,
And when I did the yoga teacher training, I was crying all the time. I actually push you
yeah.
to discover yourself, but also to discover what you've been hiding inside you, to open more about like to be true to yourself actually.
Mm,
Um, and it was intense because it was an 8 months journey, training. We have to do a full weekend per month and was from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. for the 2 days, and it
yeah.
was in Putney, so I have to wake up at 5 a.m. for that.
Mm,
Uh, it was quite full on, long journey, lots of crying, um, and lots of learning as well. So,
mm.
um,
So
yeah,
would
and
you say like, sorry, no, go on.
no, 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 please advise.
Now, I was going to say, would you say that the yoga complements your running? How does the yoga help you with your running as well?
It helped me to be more gentle and to actually feel the moment.
Mm,
Because the principle of yoga is actually to feel your body, to be present, um, and to be stronger through the pain. Not through the pain, but like through uncomfortable moments.
mm,
Um, and I took the philosophy and the information from yoga to actually try to implement that in running. And we all know that some point when we not run like any distance, you have the flow, the high and the flow.
mhm,
And I was trying to actually look for that flow. I actually tried to study myself, like
mhm.
if I do that, it'll do better, etc. And I implement that in the New York Marathon
Oh, nice.
because I just started yoga teacher training, and
Mhm,
I went to New York for the marathon, and it was such a great time. It was such a great time. I think it was one of the best run and race I've ever done.
mm.
Just enjoy to go with the flow. Um, yeah, I help a woman on the way as well
Nice.
to stay to be able to run the 18 miles
Mm.
all the way.
Wow.
Yeah, she never ran a marathon. An American woman, yeah. We start to click and we just stay together,
Yeah.
and I help
To
her
the
on the
to
way.
the end.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah,
really
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Really nice. How do you balance? Because obviously you work full time, you're also studying, um, you're running, and obviously the running helps you, because we always need something to kind of help us in terms of physically and emotionally as well. But how do you balance kind of working and also trying to include your running into it and studying?
Yeah. So I'm lucky to have a partner just helping me to remind me that I'm still human. But also I have to remember what I've been through before. And I didn't want to go through the same kind of burnout. I can say actually I have a burnout from running because
Mm,
20 after the New York Marathon, I tried to do several race around, etc., but my health couldn't give me the possibility actually to do anything without the pain in my tummy, etc.
Mm.
So I have to change. I have to change my priorities. Um, so before starting uni in 2024, I started actually to do Pilates to actually get stronger on my core
Yeah.
because they discovered that I don't have any strength on my core. So it was weird. So I think I was one of the runner was actually doing long distance with a small amount of abs.
Mm.
So yeah, so my pelvic floor was actually absorbing all the shocks and not my abs.
Yeah.
So I have to retrain my hips, my abs, my breathing, um, not running, only walking.
Yeah.
And then I start to sign up to a HIIT class.
Mm.
I need something to put the
Yeah.
so the HIIT class actually helped me to get stronger,
Mm.
to gain some more depending on the exercise I was doing, like more uh for your legs, to get
Yeah.
stronger. So I can jump,
Yeah.
like higher,
Mhm.
and because when you run, you're jumping all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. The
Yeah,
impact.
have this the
Yeah.
strength back because I
Mhm.
have like ankle injuries, my pelvic floor, and then I almost broke my leg. It's like ridiculous. So I really have to step back from everything
Yeah.
uh to be stronger.
Mm.
The priority was to be stronger and to stay alive. So, because I didn't want to actually to get into my 40s or even later in life just to have like random pains because I
Yeah.
didn't do the small exercise that we should do. And yoga was here as well. So yoga helped me really just to keep my mind here, to be present.
Mhm.
Um, and when university starts, I've just decided not to stop doing long distance. It's painful. I sign up for long distance,
Yeah.
but like just to give you an example, I've decided yesterday not to do Paris Marathon. I'm doing half marathon, but I can't do the Paris Marathon because it's a long training. I've been running on these short distance. Um, over the last few months, I think the longest distance I've done was just 12K,
Sure.
except like the 25K I've done in the Peak District. But since that, I've just reduced everything because I really didn't want to go through as like what I call the dark side of running. Um, because the pain and the brain and everything is so painful. It's a big depression, and it's a really
Mm.
that you don't want to move. And I need my energy for study. I'm committed to my study. I'm
Yeah.
committed to. I will come back stronger.
Oh, absolutely.
Of course, I'm slower than before. But to be honest, I don't care.
No, because endurance isn't about being fast anyway, isn't it? It's about staying the distance.
Yeah.
And that's fine because you've been through a lot. Like we were saying, like your health comes first. And even if you're not running a marathon, it doesn't matter. Even if you're just doing the 5K, but it's just about movement, isn't it?
Yeah,
But
it's about
mentally having that space and time for yourself, whether you're getting that for a 2K or 3K, or only being able to do 5Ks over the next six
mm,
months, it doesn't matter. But because you love running, it's better
yeah,
just to take it back. So you're literally stripping it all the way back again
yeah.
and just taking small steps so that you remain healthy, you look after your body, and
Mm.
can also take time to do other things like resting.
It's true, actually. Like
Yeah,
resting was not
resting.
a part of my life,
Hmm. Yeah. Like
but
actually
it's
taking
true.
a break. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's true, and I'm actually lucky to. I'm not sure I'm lucky, but like my partner just remind me like let's have a rest, and suddenly you just keep me at home. Just we don't live together. He lives in France, but it was funny.
Yeah.
Like he said, "No, just stay here." I said, "No, I want to go out," but like a kid, you need to. A kid like wants to go out, etc.
Yeah.
So I did just a few races where I meet great people
Mm.
like Ingrid or this American girl at the Paris the Eco Trail in Paris last year.
Mhm.
But like each time I was finishing it, I was such a pain. But otherwise, like stepping back is actually quite important, and just to actually be you know, like within yoga, just be true to yourself.
Yeah.
Um, just like to say it's okay.
Exactly. And actually, like you said, also being present. And when we keep, as runners, we're often just always like, we've done this race, next race, next race, next race. You never get time to kind of do a race, sit back, reflect on it, and then take time before we move on. It's always about what's the next, what's next, what's next. And it's yeah.
I think it's actually kind of a vicious circle because you have
Hmm.
like people around you who just kind of, I mean, at the end, it's your responsibility, okay?
Hmm.
To make sure that your mental health is actually a priority and you take care of yourself.
Yeah.
But it's so easy when not compare yourself, but when we're comparing yourself, oh, if that person can do it, I can do it, etc.
Hmm.
And I've been through that thing, you know, like I remember when I did Paris Marathon in 2022, 3 weeks before, I did Center of Universe Camino Ultra, so 50K. And
Mm.
a month
Wow.
before, I did Seville Marathon. Yeah. I'm laughing about it, but you know,
Yeah.
like it's
When you look back now, you just think,
yeah,
why did I keep doing such long distance? Literally,
yeah.
it's literally 4 weeks apart.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this time it's just like I was talking to my physiotherapist,
Mhm.
and she told me like if I can be honest, just don't do this marathon because you're going to you're going to have a breakdown with
Mhm.
uni, with all the stress, natural stress I put myself
Mhm.
like on everything. Um, Without like saying, I mean, I don't know if I can share it, but you know, I kind of been diagnosed with complex PTSD as well. So compared to a normal person, my emotion is already in high level.
Mm.
And when something's happened, it's actually going higher
Yeah.
than anyone else. So when I'm in stress, it's kind of normal stress level for a person. For my level is actually very high.
More intense, isn't it?
Yeah.
And also, the purpose of running is to enjoy it. You don't want to put yourself under duress
Yeah.
emotionally, physically. So it's just like when often, I mean, like we know as runners, when the physio, like you were saying, like if the physio, the doctor says, don't do this for 2 weeks, we usually just be like, what about a week?
Yeah.
Like, we're always trying to put, we're always pushing it, aren't we? So it's actually like, if you do a half marathon, rather than thinking about a marathon, you can actually think, actually, I can just go out there and enjoy myself.
Yeah.
Even if I walk it, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But it's just about actually going out there and enjoying the experience. You don't want to finish and be in pain because then it defeats the purpose of actually going out to enjoy your run,
Mm.
doesn't it?
Yeah, and actually I feel like we get to meet like great people on the way as well.
Mhm.
Uh and I'm a type of person who just like encouraging people actually
Yeah.
going through pain, etc. So it's great. Like I feel like my mission sometimes when doing half marathon or the race is like, come on, let's go, come on, let's go. And if I actually look at all the race I'm doing, I'm not alone at the finish line.
Mm.
Because I tend to push, take someone with me who's actually
Yeah.
really pain and say, come on, let's go together. Don't walk or just remember why you're here.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, it's I want to kind of rediscover that.
Yes.
Um,
And you will.
yeah,
You
yeah,
will.
yeah. This is why I'm just like I decided to go back to track session on the Tuesdays. I'm committed to that despite the weather, except when
Yeah.
it's but I know I'm the last one. You know, if you actually look at the track, like you have the fast
But you
runner.
know what? It's a track anyway. So there's no first place and there's no
Yeah,
last place because you're
yeah,
all going in a circle. So a circle
yeah.
has no end, does it? So
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely. But at the end, I was like, you know, it's quite funny because I see like people older than me just going faster than me. I'm like, I don't care. I'm
Doesn't
just trying
matter.
to do my
You're
thing.
still moving.
Yeah.
You are
So
still moving.
yeah. So and no, that's actually quite great. Just like I want to be committed. I want to commit my time to actually health,
Hmm.
mental health. Because uni, I mean, I can't spend my time just in front of a laptop. I'm not this type of person who likes being behind a laptop. Even my job requires that.
Yeah.
University requires that. But actually, this when I'm moving, this is where I have all the ideas coming in my brain.
Yeah.
I feel like everything is just reorganized.
Hmm.
Um, I it's quite funny, like when sometimes I run or just like just for 5K,
Yeah.
6K, I can stop in the middle, take notes for university, and then just go again.
Yeah. Exactly. Because your mind is at rest as well. Although you're running and you're focused on what you're doing, but it's also at rest. So ideas, opportunities, and things. Sometimes you would just be running and laughing or smiling
Yeah,
yourself. But when you're so focused on the laptop, it is difficult.
yeah. But also giving advice, like I have some friends who just messaging on the way,
Yeah.
and like I'm running, and so and they don't
I
even
love
hear
it.
me, so it's fine. Just
Yeah. Oh, I love that. What I've also, obviously, last month you took part in your first High Rocks.
oh yeah, that
Obviously,
was
there's this amazing trend where everybody is doing High Rocks, and I love it. I love seeing people challenge themselves, and I was there as a spectator. But why? Why High Rocks? Because it's so different to running, although you have to run. But
yeah.
what inspired you to even give it a go?
I think first I was a victim of marketing, like I was trapped in this marketing thing, of course. And because I signed up to the HIIT class. So it's actually it's a place where they only do a HIIT class,
Oh,
strength, they're doing high rocks as well. And I met a girl over there, funny, another French speaker. And and by meeting her each time, like they were talking like it was the season of high rocks in the
mhm.
UK, in Paris, etc. And you see all these people like, looking well, doing high rocks. And with that girl, we just look at each other and say, maybe we should give it a try.
Oh, I love that.
Because they all look like, yeah, fine, like they will show. The only thing I can show is just like the extra chocolate, like brioche, as we say in French. Just the brioche, yeah. And and we're like, okay, let's try to do something. And I know myself, like when I commit to something, I
Mm,
have to be organized,
yeah.
because we do it as a double, and
Mm,
double is actually implies to do the run together, the 1K each, and then after that, the exercise we just split between the two of them, but we have to make a decision.
mhm.
Just to give you an idea, that woman, my friend Amel, she's 52, 53, 50 years old, and the only sport she does is just hit. And I swear, when we arrive at the High Rocks. She didn't know what we were supposed to do, except like she didn't know how it looks like. She knows just the class we were doing. And I
Okay.
told her like several times, "You just remember like what we're doing is about
Mhm,
3 times that what we do at the class. It's not 30 minutes, it's
mhm.
more." She's like, and she was like, "Oh, yeah, 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 yeah." It's like, I was like, "Come on, Amel, you have to do something," etc. And it was all the way to the Excel Center. Yeah, you know that it's all the
Yeah.
way to Excel Center. And we tried to organize the plan. Just pretend I write, on my wrist, etc. But when
Mhm.
you just sweat, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's all gone.
Yeah, it's all gone. And we did it, and I had so much fun.
Ah, that's amazing.
And okay, it's expensive, right? It's really expensive. But just because people around just like they wanted to have fun.
Hmm.
We were in the group of fun. Huh? We were not in the first one, the crazy one,
Hmm.
the super strong one. But it was great. Just to be able to do that and to smile all the way. I mean, I think you realize that I smile on all my pictures. I try to keep
Always
just like,
smiling.
yeah. But at the same time, actually, I was smiling because I was having a great time.
That's good.
Um, it's a great experience. I don't know if I would do it again. Maybe if I do it again, maybe I also want to pay it for me, and
Mm.
I do it alone
Yeah,
because
you can
I
do
want
some.
to check the difference between double
Yeah.
and single.
What was
Um,
your favorite exercise there? Because obviously you do 1K, then you do an exercise 1K. Which one was your favorite?
uh,
I'm
um,
saying favorite, but they're all hard. But which one did you
and my nemesis,
enjoy?
the one I hate the most, is actually the lunges,
Okay.
especially the knees.
Mm.
I would say actually my favorite one is actually the Prola, the push sled.
Yeah.
Uh, because I feel like because actually I'm compared to other people, I have very strong legs.
Mm.
With Taekwondo, with the Taekwondo I've been
Yeah, of
doing for many
course.
years, and I can push very heavy weights. So I can push like 100 kilos, but I
Wow.
don't pull it. Okay,
Mm.
but I liked actually the sled, and yeah. Otherwise, the wall ball. But when you're
Mm,
actually finishing with volleyball, you don't want to stand up again. You just sit with the ball and it's like,
yeah,
oh,
because by that time, I'm
100%.
assuming your legs are probably finished.
Yeah, yeah, because you don't realize it, but you're using a lot of your legs before,
Hmm.
even like in running, etc. For some reason, my running was just great.
Mm,
Which is great, just going out, etc. I feel like it was just a game. I really took it as a game, like
yeah.
when the kids say, "Hey, come on,
Mhm.
it's here." And my friend was like, "Which way are we going?" So it's just in order.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm taking she didn't watch any YouTube videos. She hadn't watched anything before.
I sent it to her, but I think she just like say she would go to the flow, and she really goes to the flow because we have so much fun. I think we were the less serious one on the way.
That's okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
sometimes you just want to be there to enjoy yourself. And plus, it's your first time as well, isn't it?
yeah,
So
yeah,
just enjoy the experience as well. But no, well done.
yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, the atmosphere in there is electric. And I love watching. I mean, like yourself. So you volunteer as well. So volunteering, or even like you say, when you're running, just encouraging somebody to say like, "Come on, let's finish." That's always a great place to be, isn't it?
Yeah, volunteering is a great experience as well. I think it's important, when people, ask for your water or whatever,
Mhm.
like just encourage them.
Yeah.
And it's nice to be told thank you. Uh, and it's just nice just to be there and for the day. I know it's a long day, but you just, yeah,
Mhm.
no, okay, I'm just here, just hanging out. Have nothing else to do, just watching people and encouraging them.
Yeah.
Would you do actually a high rocks?
Um, I probably would. I think when I was spectating, I thought to myself, yeah, I can do this because in the gym, as part of some of my gym sessions, I will do like the wall balls, the sledge. I'll do the farmer's carry as well with the kettlebells.
Mm,
So I probably would, but like you said, it is expensive. Um, but I would like to see what I could do by myself
yeah,
because it's always nice to challenge yourself and just see what you can do. Um,
yeah.
but yeah, it looks fun. I
No,
definitely
yeah,
say it
that's
did look
also the
fun.
fun part. Yeah. I also like removed my
Fun and
t-shirt. Ooh la la.
sweaty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh la la.
Yeah, I definitely one day, I would definitely would like to do that. But no, thank you so much. What would you say to anybody that was new to running? What words of advice would you give them, whether they are thinking about joining a running community or thinking of running on their own? What helped you when you think back now as a new runner?
I tend to say to people, enjoy and have fun and do it the way you want.
Hmm.
Because no running is perfect. I mean, there's no perfect run. You will never be in Kipchoge.
Right.
You even like just enjoy and be proud because it's really, really hard to show yourself and just trying to run. Um, I'm thinking my brothers as well, like they're obese. My brothers are obese and they have like a disability, etc. And
Yeah.
just for them to be able to do something and losing weight is really, really hard.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I just like really just enjoy it and trust the process. Just enjoy, just go, be
Yeah.
cool, your
And it
pace.
doesn't have to be just running as well, isn't it? Because you can start off with walking.
Yeah, but remember when we did the Jeffing together?
Exactly. I
Yeah,
still do. I
run.
Jeff now. Even when I
Yeah,
do a 5K, I will absolutely Jeff.
yeah. Actually, it's
Yeah.
a great thing just to run, walk, and
Mhm.
like I think and I like actually talking to people who think that running when you do a race you have to run all the way. Um, and I like to challenge them, and I just think in my head, just go away.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there's no way to talk to actually to narrow-minded people. Of course,
Yeah.
people would challenge themselves to go
Yeah.
fast, etc. But some people just will never understand that the run walk,
Hmm.
but also just the process
Hmm.
of running and the journey. I had people telling me bad things, hurtful
What
things.
that you're not a runner because you walk during runs.
Ooh la la, I had once after, like severe marathon, 50K
Yeah.
before Paris, someone look at me and say, "Oh, you don't look like a runner." I was like, "Do I have to be Kenyan?" Okay, I don't know.
Yeah. What do
Okay.
runners look like?
Yeah, it's true. And I was like, okay. And it really, I mean, that's the problem with complex PTSD. There's something stick in your head and it's very
Mhm.
hard to let it go.
Yeah.
Um, and then the second time was actually in Vietnam Trail Marathon. And at
Mm.
this time, I signed up for, sorry, 42K. And I couldn't, of course, injuries. So I've decided to do a 10K just
Mm.
because I was in Vietnam and I wanted to actually do the race to say goodbye to my father.
Yeah.
Uh, I did a 10K, and the night before, and a man with his wife from Thailand. He was German. His wife was a very beautiful woman, old lady, super good in trail. And the man just looked at me and said, "You come all the way just for 10K in front of everyone." It was so hurtful. He didn't even ask why I was here. He didn't,
Mm.
for him, he was not even like doing the race. He was just there as a spectator, for his wife. I went back in my room and I cried. And I cried. I mean, it's good because now I cry easily compared to before, but I, and
What an
actually I started,
ignorant thing to say. One, you're not even running.
yeah, yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
you're not even there as a runner.
yeah.
And what is wrong with a 10K?
Mm,
What is running with a 10K?
definitely. And I was lucky to have like the Camino guys, still on the chat just to tell me
Mm.
like, keep going, just ignore them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But
Absolutely.
yeah, enjoy, and just trust yourself, love it. But
Yeah,
enjoy is actually the most important word.
definitely. And just remember why you started, isn't it? It's like, why did I choose this journey for myself? Why am I doing this?
Mm,
That
yeah,
will always take you through.
yeah, yeah.
Thank you so much, Caroline. That's
Thank
been
you.
amazing. Thank you so much for sharing everything. It's been lovely speaking to you.
Yeah, thank you.
Where can people find you on social media?
Ooh la la. So I have my private accounts called Sweet Carol Happy Feet.
Hmm.
So if actually they know you, so they can actually follow me from that.
Hmm.
Or you have like the kind of trying to be for professional accounts called Let's Go with Caro,
Okay,
as well. Uh, yeah, you can find me there.
perfect, amazing. When we share this episode, I'll share that as well, so people
Super.
can connect with you.
Yeah,
Thank you so
super.
much.
Thank
Lovely
you.
speaking to you. All
Yeah,
right, take
have a
care.
good day. Bye.
Bye.